From the Rainbow Six Pro League on Xbox, the #1 place for competitive Rainbow Six esports on Xbox. I am your host, as always, Jonathan Johnny Streams Ross. Tonight, currently scheduled, we have Autismos versus Regime GG. However, I'm believing Regime so far is a no-show. They haven't even banned their maps yet. So what we'll likely have is I believe it is Team Rage versus UnKnwn at 10:15. We do have the 15-minute time allowance for Regime GG to join, but up until this point they have not responded to any messages. So hey, if you're a team watching this, respond to the messages and make sure you make your stream time, please, for the love of all things that are good and holy. Because it's really annoying when we go to stream and one team has not said anything for a week in their dedicated game chat. Haven't banned maps, haven't done any of that. Very, very unfortunate situation. So yes, likely we will have Team Rage versus UnKnwn Esports at 10:15. This one, as Autismos was ready, and unfortunately they haven't been able to play a whole lot as their Week 1 game was canceled. That was made up, but this game won't be made up as it will just be a straight forfeit, unfortunately. Autismos, however, is 2-0, taking out Team Sacred in the Week 1 rematch, 7-5. And in Week 2, taking down Team Clarity 6-4. Regime was supposedly their third matchup. I do believe, do they have another one? Yeah, they do have another one against Alpha Shot. I believe that I think they might have played already this week. We'll message them on the IG. See if they played that game against Alpha Shot and we can get that result. So UnKnwn and Team Rage is likely what we'll have. However, we do have the 15-minute buffer period just in case. They did, so that's really unfortunate because I even set up my scorebook for these teams to play. So might need some of the good old whiteout. Potentially, of course, we are still hoping that Regime awakens from the dead within the next 12 minutes. But so Autismos did pick up their third win against Alpha Shot earlier in the week. That was a 6-4 victory. We'll update that. Again, the website is updated at the very end of every week. So, we've got all of Autismos here. We just do not have anyone from Regime GG. Quacked Esports, I believe, just closed out against Talon. I'm gonna make sure that was the 9 o'clock game. Yep, Quacked Esports finishing off Talon by a score of 6-3. I believe Toby Onyx was actually on the lineup, a former Talon player for Quacked. So Quacked using Talon's old player against them, finishing off that game 6-3. So good on Quacked. They maintain maintain their undefeated season so far, and it has been a dominant undefeated season, as I can't quite seem to find where they are on the score sheet. There we go. So Quacked is 3-0. That was their only game this week. Talon splitting this week 1-1, beating out Team Clarity 6-4. And obviously just dropping that game to Quacked. We're going to check these. I believe there was one disconnect, so I'm going to have to try and pick up that scoreboard. So if you are just tuning in, we are waiting on Regime GG. They do have 15-minute buffer period that ends at 10:15. If not, we will be moving on to the Team Rage UnKnwn game that is gonna happen. That game should start at about 10:20. It should only take us about 5 minutes to set that up. I would just have to change what map this is being played on. I'm going to update this scorecard for the Quacked Talon. Quacked getting the W there. Maybe one day we will have a league. A league with people who show up for their play times and their stream times, respond in chat, and ban maps at the beginning of the week when they're supposed to. Again, if you are a team watching this, it would be absolutely terrific. You could make sure that when you have a stream time scheduled, ban maps at the very beginning of the week. Show up for your stream time, please. This is very, very obnoxious. I'm not a fan of it at all. Who was the lag out? Ooh, Oofy's lagged out. 5-2-2. Dang, nice. A little bit of you get a little bit of John commentary right now. Some John time. Johnny, whatever. All right, so I'm just updating. I've got my own big giant scorebook that I use to keep track of all of the stats. We are getting a form of stats put up on the website as soon as possible. It's just we don't want it to just look like a Microsoft Excel sheet. So we've been working on getting graphics and such for that. I believe it should. I don't want to put a date on it, but I'm going to say the end of next week is when we'll have the official stat sheet out and ready to be seen. It will just be under team. So when you click on a team, there all the players show up, and the overall season stats will be next to. Will just be next to the player names. Be absolutely terrific if Regime was here. Still no word from him so far. Of course, it's been so long my screen's going dark. There we go. Let's see who top fragged for Quacked. Wouldn't be surprised. We saw Oof Dupont on the top of that list. A message. Four minutes left for Regime GG to join. It is very unlikely. Yeah, I'll include. Second, it's being slow. There you go. You're all good, King.
Yeah, if they don't show up, just in this, it'll be a free win for Autismos, and we'll just jump over and stream our game that we've got going on.
Yep. That's Team Rage, right?
Yeah, Team Rage.
Alright.
Let's see, what time is it? 10:12, so 3 minutes?
Yeah, they got 3 minutes to hop on. Unfortunately, I'm betting that will not happen. Quack took out Talon, by the way. Don't know if you saw that.
So what was the score?
6-3. So yeah, it's just working on getting those stats. Starting to get those stats put on the site. Would you say like end of next week is when we'd have that stat sheet up in some form on the website?
I don't know. I'm working on finding someone that can kind of implement the software to get the stats on. Like, we'll have an Excel spreadsheet to track it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But visually, for people to see, I mean, worst case scenario, I can take a screenshot and post it, but I want to try to get something that's like a little bit more professional and looks good. But yeah, I mean, I'll get the spreadsheet going by next week for sure.
All right. Awesome. And I've got all of that down right here. Just be transferring that. Dang, Toby Onyx shredded through his old team. It's pretty funny.
I don't see why people do this, man. Like, we're trying to stream the game here and entertain some people, and gotta make people sit in a dead lobby for 15 minutes. Like, that's bullshit.
They paid money to do that too. It's unfortunate.
This is the whole reason why I wanted to make people pay to play, is to try to run people off who didn't take this shit serious.
Yeah, well.
But this is one of those things though. If you do this, if you miss a stream and you stand people up like this, we're not gonna stream you ever again. You're gonna be blacklisted. Because obviously you don't respect the viewers' time, you don't respect this team's time. You're just completely unprofessional. Alright, 1 minute. I'm gonna go ahead and jump back into our lobby. Let's just go ahead and as soon as 10-15 strikes, just go ahead and close that down.
Yep, I'll be swapping I'll just swap to the to that lobby. I've got it all set up.
This guy says I'm unprofessional. I'm the owner, buddy. All right, man. I'll see you. See you, and good luck with the stream.
Thank you.
Sorry, Autismos. Nobody's fault.
Unfortunate. All right, let's come on, chat. Let's quit being toxic. We are pretty professional. What is not professional is not showing up for your stream time, as Regime has done that tonight. So we are gonna have to time people out. We're not talking badly of any team. We're just saying, hey, this is. We're not talking badly specifically of Regime. We're just questioning why they would pay money and then not show up for a game. So yep, that'll be a win for Autismos. I'm going to just have to make sure that this game is being played on Chalet. All right. Well, that's very unfortunate. So, just have to update that title real quick. We will be having UnKnwn versus Team Rage tonight. Terrific. Just gotta update that title real quick. We'll get this up and running as soon as possible. I'm expecting it will only be about another 4 minutes. All right. Let's get the invites. We got Team Rage. All right, so UnKnwn versus Team Rage. Now, we're going to get these guys into the lobby as soon as possible. Invites have been sent out, so it's just a matter of the other team accepting them. We'll be playing Chalet tonight. So thank you very much to the Salty Gamers for sponsoring this season of the Rainbow Six Pro League. Once again, it would not be possible without you guys. Go give them a follow on the Instagram and the Twitter. And I believe it is... That's Salty Gamers Live on Twitch. Alright, so... going to have no toxicity. In the chat, we will just time you out for 60 seconds. We're just not going to allow toxicity. It's just we're not having it. There's already enough toxicity with teams not showing up for matches and occasional trash talkers that need to be put into place. We're not going to have any toxicity in the chat. Once again, I would like to remind you all the R6 Royale is coming up. That is December 15th. That is starting at, I believe, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is an all-day tournament, $100 per team, $1,000 prize pot. 16 teams enter. One team comes out on top. Looks like we're just waiting now for Team Rage to hop into the game. Try and get them in real quick. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. Looks like we're going to be... Those earlier messages that they timed out. How do you join? I'm gonna break the rules. I'm just gonna look at chat for a little bit as these teams are joining, because there's not really a whole lot else for me to talk about. Have Altismo play UnKnwn? UnKnwn already had a game scheduled tonight against Team Rage, so Altismo, they do get the win there. Unfortunately for Regime, they don't get to have a say in whether they get a win or not. That just goes down in the books as a 1-0. How you join UnKnwn? There are a lot of teams in the league. Swifty, get out of the chat. There's a lot of teams in the league that need people, and honestly, formulating your own team is a decent idea, as there are some teams who may not show up next season, as is evident by them not showing up to streams. If they don't show up to games, then why would they pay to play for another season? I don't know. But there will definitely be more spots next season. We will have a bigger prize, I believe. As far as the Twitter poll goes, we may have a bigger prize. And we're going to try to do 2 conferences next season with 32 teams total. So we'll have 16 in one conference and 16 in the other. I mean, yeah. Yes, you can make your own team and enter the league. We don't have winter signups yet, as this is only the 3rd week of the fall season. But those will be up on the website. So if you want to make your own team and start practicing now, if you come in and watch all these streams, you'll get a pretty good feel for how the teams play, what the level of play is. So it would be beneficial if you came in and watched the streams along with practicing to compete. This is the highest level of competitive esports on Xbox. I believe we have, I counted a couple weeks ago. I counted in like between the 1st and 2nd weeks. I believe we have 15 top 200 players, and that's just for the teams that care about Elo. UnKnwn is, well, they haven't started off very strong, but they have consistently been one of the top teams, and they just don't care about their Elo very much. They get their diamond, and then they're just like, all right, let's just have fun in ranked. They are still an incredible comp team, and before this league started, they were one of the top ESL teams, along with Quacked, for a long, long time. Quacked is another very, very good team. Talent. I believe we have, at least at one point, I think it was, during the summer season when teams were still kind of trying to do the ESL and the league as well. I believe we had, I want to say like 9 of the top 15 teams from ESL are in the Pro League right now in some form. Of the teams from last season are in the Pro League in some form. Goodness gracious. I don't know what it is with teams not joining invites. The tournaments that aren't good. No, we don't run anything through ESL. We're not affiliated with ESL. We are our own independent league. Question and answer time for... Oh, yeah. No, this... Thank you, Galaxy. Yeah, just listen to Galaxy in chat. That is the R6 Royale. That is the R6 Royale. That is coming up December 15th. It is from 11 a.m. Eastern Standard all the way to the end of the night. We will be streaming the entire day. My voice will just be gone. I will have drank 3 gallons of water, but it will be incredible. It'll be 16 teams all competing for the $1,000 prize pool. And so that is December 11th. And the signups for that are still open. If you want to make your team, fill out that form. I believe, it is on the home page of the website. We pay through PayPal or Xbox gift card, whichever you really want. But it is, if you go to the contact us on the home page of rainbow6proleague.com, you can let us know that you want to join, or you can just go to the R6 Royale tab on the website and book your spot. It is estimated to be a 10-hour tournament, and we play by all of the ESL rules, except we include Chalet and Hereford in our map rotation, because Chalet is a balanced map and Hereford is the new map, so we're sticking that out. Goodness gracious. You guys are, the chat's getting weird. It's getting real weird. Maybe Team Rage is going to join. I mean, Team Rage now has 5 minutes to... Oh, no problem. Now Team Rage has 5 minutes to... So now Team Rage only has 5 minutes, or they'll forfeit. This is just ridiculous. For those of you who are watching who may join the league, or who are thinking about joining the league, or who are in the league, don't do this. This is ridiculous. The frickety frack gets timed out. Terrific job, Frick. Terrific. Goodness. So this is what not to do when trying to get your name out. Team Rage, if you're wanting to get your name out, get your last 2 players in. Regime, if you want to get your name out on a popular cast and YouTube video, get your name out by playing the game. Please. I beg of you. This is getting ridiculous, man. Oh my. So yeah, question and answer time for the chat. You guys got anything to add? Oh, there's one. Just need one more. 2.5 minutes for one guy from Rage to get in. As soon as he gets in, I'm hitting start now, because this is absolutely bonkers. No personal questions in the Q&A, sorry. Questions about the league overall, I should say. What is it with the unknown players in chat getting timed out? Goodness gracious. Yeah, sorry. I'll just say of age. That is how old I am, of age. Minute and a half for Team Rage to get one guy in here. I'm just starting it. So if they play a 5v4, then that is their problem. That's our policy. You can check www.rainbow6proleague.com. We'll go to rules, match settings. Oh, there's the final one. Hallelujah, the game can start. Oh my goodness. You guys are giving me anxiety. For those of you who are playing in the league and watching, you give me bad anxiety. This will be a fun stream. Alright, so UnKnwn versus Team Rage. Oh boy. Finally. Getting into the game. I don't even know which team is which color. Team Rage will be banning first. As they defend first. Lion coming off the board. Obviously not wanting to deal with that monstrosity. Lion, probably one of the most banned operators out there, along with Blitz. We'll see if Blitz is allowed to be played by UnKnwn, or if they will take someone else off the board. Blackbeard coming off the board on Chalet. That's all right. That's an interesting ban there. So Blitz will be in play. The toxicity will inevitably come out. However, you've banned two of the other more toxic operators. Mira coming off the board, not a surprise there. Mira's very, very powerful on pretty much every single site in the entire dang game. So Team Rage will get their final ban. Clash coming off the board. Not a big surprise there. A little bit of deliberation. However, a fairly obvious ban. That is Lion, BB, Mira, and Clash off the board. Heading to the Kitchen Trophy site first. Live Money's he's gonna go with a Tachanka. Likely a sixth pick. Likely a sixth pick off the Tachanka. Obviously wanting to hide someone. I would not be surprised if it was some form of an ACOG. Either Echo, Maestro, Doc, Rook. We'll see. Yep, he's going to pick up a Rook. Swifty's going to use that sixth pick to switch from the Finka onto the Thermite. So that actually, see, that's an underrated sixth pick right there, because with that lineup, the Capitao with the smokes, Thatcher and Hibana and Buck and Finka, that is more of a rush. That's more of a rush style operator lineup, just because you rush the Capitao here. Whoever has the diffuser, likely the Thatcher. Thatcher will throw down a grenade at the window, throw one deeper into B site. Capitao smokes it off. Thatcher just sprints in, all being boosted by Finka as Hibana and Buck take from up top. Maybe the Thermite covers this angle. Or sorry, as the Hibana and the Thermite take from up top, and the Buck covers this angle. So quick rush.
10 seconds to go.
Or sorry, that wasn't a Thermite, that was a Finka. Yeah, so the Finka covers this angle. The Hibana and Buck push up top. However, when you switch from a Finka onto a Thermite, you're obviously looking for a more deliberate attack, trying to open up the west wall, most likely with the Thermite, slowing things down, opening the hatches, of course, from the Hibana. We will see what UnKnwn has in store for us today. A spawn peek. That was a nice run out. Who was that all the way up there? I like that run out. That was Father Doug, the bandit, hopping out window, taking off a little bit of Maverick's health. Maverick's the UnKnwn player, not Maverick's the operator. Spawn peek as Swifty gets down and finished off by a Vamps. So the late window breakers are going to come into full effect. Ray Clone will rip into two players and will be downed. Whether they know he's downed or not, we'll drone out that he is down real quick. Mavericks will get that wallbang kill. So it will be evened out. However, Frick and Mavericks both below 50 with windows open and the Thermite gone. Cordsy and King helping them prepare for this attack. Good job there by not letting UnKnwn feel comfortable. There is one down that hallway. It's a Vamps sitting in the basement hallway, just waiting for Mavericks to push inside of the garage. However, nothing will happen. King's actually going to be allowed to hop right in. Frick will be down from the window. However, Mavericks and Cordsy and King have just all hopped into sight without the opponents knowing. So this is terrible sight coverage from Rage. I don't quite understand what the strategy there was. Mavericks will take out Live Money. He will just get taken out by Dope King. Nice kill there by him. Cordsy finishes off. The Jaeger being downed is Cordsy and finished off by a Vamps.
Defenders have located the
Buck playing this from below, however. He should be able to deny the plant. Frick will end up lagging out. King's going to get dropped on by a Vamps. Plenty of time left on the diffuser for the defusal of the bomb as Frick finally lags out. Topaz will get the credit for the kill right there. So that was
defender mission successful.
a good roam. That was a good roam from Team Rage. Terrible site coverage. However, and a good read there by UnKnwn to read that there's no site coverage. However, just a very, very good retake. Obviously, that was the strategy the entire time for Team Rage, was playing it for the retake. So they will be allowed to go downstairs now. Again, I would like to remind you, there will be no toxicity in the chat. Timeouts will come out. This is your final warning. If you are in the chat and you are being toxic, you will be banned. Okay, we're done catering to babies. We're not just gonna time you out anymore. We're just gonna ban you. We're not having toxicity in the chat. So taking the defense downstairs is Team Rage. They're going to bring out an Echo, which is a little bit different. Did I see a bandit? I think I saw a bandit.
Locate and defuse bomb.
I did not see a bandit. Okay. So they're just going to allow this wall to be open. They're obviously going to be playing for the plant denial on the Echo, bringing along the C4 from the Valkyrie. And I believe that's likely 3 impacts on the Alibi and the Caveira. So, yes, going for a plant denial. We'll see how well they can keep Live Money alone. How well they can keep Live Money alive for him to utilize those Echo drones.
Attacker's objective is to defuse the bomb.
About cams being placed by the defense in the roam game. It's going to be broken down by UnKnwn, or at least they will try. King will drone out the Alibi playing inside of bar. The Alibi will be forced to move as they will just open up the wall, and King has the diffuser. He's all the way upstairs. So potentially going for some sort of blue push. Or King and the Alibi. King with the help of a drone. A Vamps. Ooh. Just catching the edge of that door frame, taking out most of his health. Will back off. King still attempting to flush out the roamers. The help of his teammates and their drones. Swifty just playing angles on the garage for now, waiting for any defenders to hop their way inside of sight. Dope King is going to rotate back into blue, so only one on site is Live Money, and he's all the way back in Wine Cellar. As the rotate upstairs occurs, Swifty and King waiting for the calls that they can hop into sight. Vam's just in the main lobby, lying on the ground. However, no attackers near him. Rag3's going to start trying to pop this hatch, realizing he needs to get downstairs. Mavericks from behind will take out Dope King. He's worked his way into the Wine Cellar. The plant going down from King. Good coverage there from Swifty. 5v4 with one defender on low health. Everyone else at full health. The plant down fairly early. Frick will lose a lot of health. However, Mavericks will down and finish off the Vamps. Cordsy finishing off Father Doug. Live Money taking out King. 4v2. The Nitro from the Valkyrie is unable to connect with anyone. Frick getting the kill from behind onto Rag3. Live Money inside of the connector doesn't really have a hope right there. Mavericks will get the knife off. UnKnwn will take that round. Much better, much more well played from UnKnwn. Better post plant, a better post plant hold. So they will be trying downstairs once again. So generally I don't resort to toxicity, but you boys are trash. Get out of the chat. We are not tolerating toxicity at all in the chat. And you guys probably couldn't even hit copper if you tried. Taking it back downstairs with a bit of a different lineup this time is Team Rage. They're going to bring along no plant denial. Interestingly enough, they may have a nitro on the cap can. However, they're kind of investing very heavily into the heavy roam. They've been doing that. They've been doing that for both rounds so far. It worked out with the first round. They had a very good retake playing the roam game. Didn't work out as well second round, and that's likely because this basement site doesn't cater very well to a heavy roam game. Hopping into the garage when you're not trying to deny the garage, his father Doug loses about 25 to the cap can. Vamps probably being blamed for that right now. But yeah, the downstairs site does not cater to a heavy roam game, especially when you allow that wall to be reopened. It's such an easy hold for the attackers. All they have to do is stand way off in the distance and just pick off any defenders. I mean, look at the ACOGs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 5 ACOGs for the attackers, and you have 1 on defense. So that's 1 person who could potentially effectively contest a garage plant. Rag3 losing a lot of health. However, Mavericks being down. Spawn peeks from the window. UnKnwn. This is where they're struggling the most, is from the window. Swifty will rip into the cap can. Looks like he hit him with 1 shot right there. Mavericks will be picked back up. And UnKnwn investing fully into the garage push once again. Mavericks will be coming from Wine Cellar again as well. King just missing a couple people as the Ella starts to throw a grenade. Vamps actually is going to finish off Frick, as Frick was upstairs maybe trying for a blue push. Vamps just looking away at the wrong time. Trying to play inside of blue is a very dangerous attempted play. Mavericks has eyes on the Caveira, or will back off. Minute 38 remaining in the game. Mavericks losing a ton of health. UnKnwn still trying to play the roam game as a Vamps gets a nice shot off onto Swifty. So the angle's just not being played well enough. Dobez will team kill Rag3, however, will take out Cordsy. Father Doug will take out King. It is all down to the Zofia of Mavericks in a 1v4 situation. No kills for UnKnwn, as there was only 1 team kill. Mavericks, the Rainbow Six timing just not seeing the defenders. So a very heavy roam game investment and not enough plant coverage for UnKnwn. They didn't have any smokes. They didn't bring a Ying. They didn't use their flashbangs enough. So Cordsy gets removed. We may have to go for a rehost. The scorecard as we see it right now. Mavericks with 30 seconds to work with. He's going to try and play angles for now. There's not a whole lot he can do unless he can get a ninja plant off, which is hard to do. Got someone playing inside of connector closet. That is the dock. And Mavericks will walk around the corner and be taken out by a Dope King. Cordsy. Rage quit. So we are going to go with a rehost, I'm assuming. Yeah, there's the rehost. Alright, so we will be back then. That's unfortunate. Cordsy's internet trash, unfortunately. Not that. I wish when you reconnected, it kept the score line. What? Come on. Make up your mind. Right, so, UnKnwn has 15 minutes to get Cordsy in. Siege will let us play. We'll get it back. Get this game up and running again. Well, let me reconnect. Why won't you let me reconnect? Unfortunate. Gotta make it from scratch. Who was it? It was Lion, Blackbeard, Mirror Clash, I believe. Yeah. Oh. Here we go. Alright. Invites. Alright. So invites have gone out. We'll just wait for these two teams to join. It was a 2-1 scoreline in favor of Team Rage, playing a very heavy roam game on Chalet, and it has been working out for them. That's some trash right there, yeah. Now the funny thing is, when a lot of people will trash talk this league, and then, and then, couple weeks later, hey, can we join the league? You know, that's a pretty it's pretty well put there in chat. We look at each other, we go, Kowalski analysis. No. All right. See, this is what we do with toxicity. I'm just having a great time here. Get out of here. Yep. Not having it. All right, so we're just waiting on one more guy from Team Rage. This is not bots versus bots, actually. This is the one of the top teams in ESL for, I think, like the past 3 seasons. As I do believe I've got everything set up. Yep. There we go. We've got one of the top teams in ESL for a while, UnKnwn, and Team Rage hasn't. I don't know. I hadn't really heard of them. They were a little bit of an ESL team. They were more an MLG team, as I understand it, but they were a good comp MLG team as well. They just didn't really have a huge ESL presence. Is the only thing. They were just more an MLG team. So, yeah, this is a really high level of play. I believe. I'm pretty sure every single one of these players is diamond. Yeah, all of them are diamonds. So, and Mavericks is. This is completely unbiased. This is factual. Mavericks is the best player in here. He's been top 300, top 200 a lot of times. So, being allowed to go back. Oh, yeah, no, because we've got the three objective rotation parameter. So, allowed to go back upstairs now is Team Rage. This was a win for them the first time. However, it was an odd win. They were playing for the retake the entire time. It was just a really weird way to play the kitchen trophy site. So, sorry, top 100 last season was Mavericks, and we've got a plethora of top 500 players, and that's just the ones who care about Elo. I'm sure if every single team in this league cared about Elo, we would have like 50 or 60 players top 500. These are all really, really good comp teams.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So going back down to kitchen trophy. Are we going? And once again, we have a heavy roam presence with one dock. The dock and the Legion are more anchors,
Located by attackers.
but Capcan, Vigil, Caveira, 3 heavy roamers. So we'll see what UnKnwn does with the roam this time. The last time they attacked the site, they got punished by it early, just mostly in the form of lost health and I believe 1 lost life. And then they just decided to ignore it and run into trophy and plant. Now, that was a very good strategy. However, they just lost important gunfights while trying to push this site.
Attackers recovered the
As you
defuse.
can see, the heavy roam game investment for the defenders. We'll see if the attackers can frick. All right.
Drones ready.
Frick missing some shots onto the camera there.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
He is also a top 500 player right there. Frick. Everyone's got their off days. So the dock actually is going to be roaming all the way upstairs. Is that? Okay, so you've got a Vamps on site and Father Doug playing the site from above, but UnKnwn could really just kind of waltz in and go for the Plant King. As the Monty taking the brunt of those Capcan traps and leading his team just straight into sight. And this should be a pretty simple take for UnKnwn. I mean, I think it's a great choice for them to just go straight in for the push as... Oh, I swapped off at the exact wrong time. Mavericks taking out a Vamps. Hitting a Legion Mine, however, we've got a 5v3 as Frick finishes off Father Doug as he pushes up top. Capcan traps going off, however, the plant going down. Mavericks able to finish off Dope King. Ying charges, all the utility being used. A run out as Swifty finishes off Live Money, all down to Raid Clone. Being hit by some pre-fires through the window. And he will be able to secure the kill on a Swifty. Swifty sprinting did not have his weapon up. We're going to see a run out from Raid.
Left the designated staging area. Defender exposed.
Hopping in, facing a Monty. Not a whole lot for him to do right now. with about quarter time left. Ooh, he's actually going to get the kill onto Frick. He's going to outmaneuver the Monty. He just doesn't have enough time right here. Mavericks will be able to finish him off. So a very good... Alright. Guess who else is getting banned? Banning X-Poku. No more toxicity. Alright. I'm done with it. So, X-Poku, thanks for trying to join, but I'm gonna be blunt, you're a toxic asshole. Get out. Alright. UnKnwn taking that round, and we will be going back to Kitchen Trophy. This time, as you can see, we've got a much heavier site investment. The roam game strategy was cracked by UnKnwn there fairly easily, and so Team Rage is going to be maybe going for a more traditional Kitchen Trophy hold with plenty of plant denial, plenty of ACOGs. You've got 3 ACOGs on defense. Some would say they wish for if Jaeger had his ACOG back. Hashtag rip Jaeger's ACOG. Actually, Red Clone's going to be switching on to the Vigil. So you have 2 ACOGs now, which is better than one who's playing as a roamer, as they had last round. We'll see if they play this more on site. Obviously, that was the issue last round. They were playing for the retake again, and UnKnwn did a better job locking up their plant denial. That's the issue with playing for retake, is you're betting on the other team to make a mistake. And that time, UnKnwn made no mistakes with their plant coverage like they did in the first round, able to lock out that one pretty easily. So we are going to see a heavier investment into the site as far as utility goes, and
5 seconds left.
we're still gonna have the heavy roam game, but we're gonna have attention paid to site, period, as opposed to when there was one guy on site. They might have like 2 guys on site this time. I have money trying to figure out where to put that ADS. King on the Monty again. Swifty and Cordsy swapping sides. And we might go for a little bit of a roam clear up top for Mavericks. He has the Doc to contest, as well as, yeah, that is the alibi. Missing some shots is a Vamps. He rips into Frick a little bit. However, both Raid Clone taking out Swifty. So see, this is the heavy investment in spawn peaks and roaming that we saw. Raid Clone being downed by Mavericks. Twitch finishing him off. As now we've got oh, what a shot there from Mavericks, finishing off of Vamps. Good kill there by him. Finding the camera eventually. I don't know what it is with these pro players. Unable to find cameras. Dopaz getting a nice kill onto Frick. Frick over peaking. Mavericks finishing off Father Doug up top. Mavericks having a huge round. 3 of the 3 kills so far. We'll see if he tries to go for the full-on ace. Cordsy playing from above, and King getting knifed through his shield. Okay. Live Money gets a nice pre-fire there onto Mavericks. And it is all down to the Capitao. Cordsy will rip some shots and down the Jaeger. 1v1 Capitao versus Doc. Doc knows exactly where he is. Cordsy hitting. Hitting the alibi. He will double smoke, actually. Drop and flash, so finishing off the use of his utility. Getting hit by a shot or 2. Pre-firing that, but the Doc has moved away. Topaz with a pixel peek onto the main hallway. Cordsy gonna see if he can outmaneuver this Doc, since that rotate hole must be vaulted through. Oh, live pings now. This is a bad position for Cordsy. He's gonna throw one of his 2 flame bolts in the doorway. The Doc overhealing, getting ready for the push. Some shots rattling near the... And Cordsy... Okay, he does finish off the Doc. Topaz obviously was not prepared for that. Okay. Oh, that's... Hey, Ubisoft, that was painful to watch. Please make that stop. Cordsy hitting 8 headshots, and the final 8th. The 8th headshot counting. The first 7 did not, apparently. But he will finish off the kill. UnKnwn going into the half with a 3-2 lead. They're going to go for the kitchen trophy site as well. A much heavier investment in plant denial. Cordsy, King, and Swifty all technically plant deniers. Mute, I guess, if you consider his Nitrocell a plant denial. Sure. Mavericks is going to switch onto the Jaeger. Yeah, that's to be expected. He really only ever plays Jaeger and Vigil on defense. Rag3 is going to switch from the Capitao to the IQ. So they're bringing along a Jackal, so that's where the smokes are going to come from. And you don't really need... I mean, Capitao, the smokes are nice. You don't have to worry about it. Jaeger ADS with his bolts. However, it's just... his gadget's clunky, and the fire arrows are not extremely useful unless you have someone trapped in the back of the trophy. Frick, actually, yeah, they're gonna make sure that drone hole gets secured. So we're gonna see a more basic site setup, and we're gonna see this site played more normally, I guess, by UnKnwn, whereas Team Rage had a really weird, ambiguous,
10 seconds to insertion.
like, hey, we'll hold site, but then we'll roam, and we'll spawn peek, and we're getting kills off of it. It was a really good roam, spawn peek attempts from Team Rage. However, they didn't really... They rotated back to site too late, I guess. I shouldn't say I guess. I know they rotated back to site too late. Once you get that first pick, you rip some shots into an attacker, you rotate back to site as a defender. That's, especially on this map, it's kind of necessary. You can't just be playing with everyone off site the entire time. There is a point where you have to rotate all the way back. So UnKnwn, as you can see, King playing on site, Swifty playing on site, Frick playing deep on site, Cordsy on site as well. Mavericks is the only one off site. So this is more what we usually see from UnKnwn, with a heavy investment in site, and then good kill, and then a good roam game from Mavericks. Swifty taking no damage, ripping into the Buck. The Buck used one frag grenade, however, with the Jaeger ADS there, not a whole lot they can do. Found out up top is Dope King, and Mavericks starting a top floor take against him. Jackal losing, he upped into a Legion mine. Vamps is going to move, reposition himself. Maverick of Dope As is being covered by Raid Clone's drone. However, Mavericks reading that they'll probably have someone pushing. However, he will hop off of a drone, so this is a good opportunity for Mavericks to go for a top floor take. Swifty finishing off of Vamps, and Cordsy taking out Dope King. And hopping down, Mavericks going for the knife. He'll secure the knife onto Raid Clone. Alright, come on now. Frick losing a lot of health, however, retaining his life. There's a top floor push as Live Money moves his way down to the main entrance. Is finished off by Frick. And it is all down to the Jackal, who Mavericks takes out cleanly. UnKnwn taking a 4-2 lead. Mavericks with reflexive B button spamming. he might get a toxicity warning. Might. Just maybe. So going down to the basement now is UnKnwn. The Mavericks will be bringing along the Jaeger once again with the mirror band on this site. Generally, you want to bring a pulse, kind of sit him in that closet, the connector room, to be able to tell you when and where the plant is going down. However, Frick will be going for the bandit tricks. So that might be the replacement for the mirror, is going for investing everything you have into the bandit tricks. King, as per usual, playing his support role on the Echo, will be playing for plant denial. Blitz and Monty both being brought out from the defenders, so they're probably just going to try and form a wall in front of that if they get the garage wall opened, of course. There's no guarantee that they'll get it opened with the Bandit of Frick likely attempting to bandit trick it. See this? Frick is a goofball. This man's a nut. It's like, oh, reinforcements? I don't know have those. And kind of just goofs off for most of the round. Ooh, here's a nice angle from Quartzy, actually. Ooh. Whoa. Alright, Quartzy's been doing some research. That's a really nice angle. I believe that. Where exactly is that? It's through the bathroom. So that's down into the main entrance. Oh, does that see all the way down into the... That sees all the way down into that hatch. Because of how sharp that angle is, if you look at it from the wood side of that hallway, you can see all the way down into hatch and into the back of Snowmo. Quartzy, what an angle, my guy. What an angle being opened. Dope King being ripped into, finished off by Mavericks. Good roam game from him. The Blitz kind of rushing in without enough intel. That's going to get you killed every single time. Vamps contesting those main stairs. Father Doug has moved his way into the main garage. And this is where you're supposed to... UnKnwn playing on site heavily. Just kind of goofing off a little bit, letting Mavericks do his thing. Mavericks almost getting a really nice kill as he rips into Live Money. Live Money's going to be playing for the up top angles. So now Rag3 will actually finish off Frick using his overpowered breaching torch that makes absolutely no noise to get that kill. Mavericks losing most of his health, however, finishes off the thermite. So the garage door will not be opened. The back will not be opened. You have to play around this Monty now as you go for a backside push. Mavericks will rotate back to site, joining the rest of his teammates. All of the intel necessary being called out by King. The necessary holes being opened. Mavericks is being reset, and Swifty playing through that Maverick hole downs the Maverick actually. However, the Maverick will get picked back up. The intel that the pickup is occurring comes out. However, that Legion mine will likely be shot by the IQ. As they're just going for drones. Mavericks is rotated back upstairs in the kitchen hallway. He's going to be going for a take from behind. The Monty just kind of standing there watching him. His position will be called out. The Echo drone just missing. Mavericks not trying to play that from the stairs as well. So they're trying to play the Maverick holes as of right now, as Mavericks moves his way all the way back down inside. Finishes off a Vamp. Swifty takes out Father Doug. Nice play there by UnKnwn. Mavericks and Swifty combining. Swifty says, hey, I got the Monty. If he tries to ADS on you as Quartzy finishes off Rag3, and Mavericks able to just run by the Monty and take out the IQ. A very good play there. Good combo there from Swifty and Mavericks. Terrific communication. UnKnwn will take a 5-2 lead. UnKnwn on defense, having to go to an odd site. Now they will choose Bar Gaming. I would not be surprised if a castle was brought out. Yeah, Frick will be likely bringing out the castle. And we'll see. Yeah, they will. Sorry, Team Rage will read that they are likely going to go Bar Gaming over the upstairs bedroom office site, which isn't. It's one of the worst sites in the game. There's just so many windows. The Bar Gaming is holdable. However, it's just a very difficult site to hold. It relies completely on not only a full upstairs hold, as you need to control the main lobby as well. You cannot cede the castle barricades, as they don't actually bring a castle They switched off the castle. Oh, no. So they're going to have to go for a complete upstairs hold to control the main lobby. Because there's no real true way to hold this main lobby right here. There's no good way to hold it unless you just try and hold an angle from kitchen, but then you completely expose yourself to a backside attack, a west main attack, a shooting through the kitchen windows. It's pushing from the top hatches. There's no real good way to hold kitchen in order to hold this site. So you have to hold main lobby by playing up top. So you have to go for a full up top hold,
10 seconds to go.
not just so that you can secure main lobby and this room.
5 seconds left.
Nothing really being invested with the exception of a Roamer and Mavericks
Attackers have
coming out on this site.
attackers
'Cause you have to hold the A site from above, and you have to hold the B site from main lobby. And the only way to hold main lobby, holding this up top. So King and Mavericks actually both going to be playing nearby. Cordsy will be sticking on site. Swifty actually going for a potential library spawn peek. King will be coming close to him. So Frick and Cordsy will be the site players in a significantly heavier roam game from UnKnwn coming out this time. The attackers, Yang he's gonna line up a nice toss. Is that? Oh, just missed. Live money being taken, some shots taken at him. Swifty getting a nice kill onto the Ying as the Ying attempts to climb the ladder. So a good hold right now from UnKnwn. However, it's mainly resulting in coming as a result of not a terrific push. Everyone still outside with a minute 45 left as Mavericks will finish off Raid Clone. Raid Clone trying to go for an up top take, trying to start that up top take. However, Father Doug advance and Live Money still all outside.
Is approaching a kill.
Gonna have potential run out. So Vamps, yeah, all right, he'll get Swifty. The run out from Mavericks will finish off Live Money, however. So the refrag takes this to a 4v2 UnKnwn with a significant advantage as you need some utility. The Finka being down and finished off by Cordsy. The hopes of Team Rage rests on a Vamps. Mavericks with a nice hop out. Vamps hitting a shoulder instead of a head, giving Mavericks time to finish it. Oh no, Mavericks dropping from the other window. So yeah, nothing he can really do there. UnKnwn Esports taking home the 6-2 victory here tonight. Again, sorry for the original scheduled cast, Autismos versus Regime. Regime not showing up, unfortunately. The resulting forfeit going to Autismos. Congratulations to Quacked for your victory tonight. Congratulations to all the people who got banned in chat for being toxic. You suck. Sorry, it's true. You do. And if you ask to join the league, we won't let you join the league if you were being toxic in chat. What a novel idea. Whatever. Mavericks going 14-1. Not a huge surprise there. Just tearing it up as per usual. So, I believe, yes, next we will have the Week 3 final scores updated as of, I believe, next Monday, as the final day to play games is Sunday at 12 p.m. Thank you all for being a terrific chat, and most of you dealing with the toxicity. For those of you who are toxic, once again, I don't care about you. You can just leave. They'll probably all try to join the league anyways. So what do we got? Oh, yes. Thank you once again to the Salty Gamers for sponsoring this season of the Rainbow Six Pro League on Xbox. Greatly appreciate your sponsorship. Go give them a follow on Instagram and Twitter, and Salty Gamers Live on twitch.tv. That will be it for me on an exasperating Friday night. However, we did get the UnKnwn victory. We did get the UnKnwn Team Rage game in. UnKnwn taking home the victory tonight. GG's to both teams. GG's to all teams in the league. Once again, do not forget to send in your logos to the stream Instagram page. We are trying to get those YouTube. We've got some sick, nasty YouTube thumbnails all ready for your logos to be plugged right in. We'll get those up as soon as we possibly can. However, that requires your help in sending us your logos. So thank you very much for that. That will be it this time. That will be it from me. Once again, Jonathan Johnny streams Ross, your caster. We'll be back here on Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern for a Week 4 game. Monday at 9, Wednesday at 9, Friday at 10 p.m. We'll see you all Monday. You have a good night.